I will admit the i7 did take a little bit of a beating here, but it was still fine. We were still seeing more than playable frame rates, and that was even in a big class with lots of people and lots of things happening. Generally, when we were in smaller households and smaller situations,
much better.
So you are more than able to frame rate here. Generally though, Sims 4 Ultra settings completely playable at 1080p, and you could probably push it up to 4K on this graphics card and still see no slowdown. GTA 5 with the enhanced edition here actually ran really well with pretty much a constantly locked 30 FPS, and you're probably seeing that GPU utilization 100%, and that is the reason for the mixture of settings. See, because we only had 2 GB of VRAM, which really is the Achilles heel of the R9 285, it meant that we did have to use normal textures. But it did mean that with some of the lighting effects and some of the other effects going on, we could use a mixture of high and ultra settings to get a really smooth experience. Now, we did have to cap the frame rate at 30 FPS, which was the easiest way to keep the game running smooth, as if we didn't do this, the game did become a little bit stuttery in places, but as long as we had that frame rate cap in place, we didn't drop hardly any frames. It was only on a very rare occasion we saw it drop down to 29 FPS. So GTA 5 Enhanced Edition was very playable, very enjoyable, and looked great on what is still quite a performance-based system.
I'm gonna patch you up, give you some medical attention, everything will be good, everything will be fine. There you go. No worries. Oh, you too. You too.
It looked great, it ran well, but you did have to ensure you had a 30 FPS cap in place to make this playable, which seems ridiculous because the actual standard version of the game runs 60 FPS. So, slowly, it does run. It is the utilization is not
No worries, I'm gonna patch you up, give you some medical attention, everything will be fine, everything will be good. There you go.
Which meant the game did look rather nice. Now, it did only run 30 FPS, and that thing was fine, because even though I was it's quite easily surpassed 2 GB here when you're using a higher resolution. It's why we had to drop down to 980p. Now, the game is used to optimize. It's just going to really struggle on this card. Under 2
I am en route to PH1.
benchmark can run at virtually
Oh,
30
okay.
FPS.
Alright, then.
Absolutely fine. The actual gameplay became a little bit of a mess
Well,
when you're actually doing something intensive, which is how I like my benchmarks over 100 FPS going on. You were seeing anywhere from 60 to 102 FPS.
PPH1 has.
With the R925, it's going to be a mixture of VRAM issues and graphics cards, but ultimately it has the better graphics card. It is actually more solid. I reckon i7, which is about 60 now, Counter-Strike 2 was never particularly the best of experiences, let's be honest. The processor really isn't up for providing super high
On
graphics
a
like
replacement
RDNA 2.
at this current
There's
time,
something
so
which is the same competitive advantage for years, which is low everything and then high shadows. It meant that most
Don't
games
patching,
ran
don't patching,
relatively smoothly,
don't patching.
and with 100 FPS of average
Let's go,
frame
let's
rate,
go.
it
Go,
was
go,
pretty
go, go.
fine. Now, the actual gameplay will see frame rates higher than this because it is a lot less intense than the benchmark I use. But to give you an idea of the worst case scenario you could take in Counter-Strike 2, you'd be seeing the game running at a decent because the default details and stuff look good, and you'd be seeing just under 90 FPS in the half time, and just over 60 FPS when a lot is going on. To be fair though, having tested a lot of brand new games on systems that are on frame rates, if you go back just a few years to the likes of the Skyrim Anniversary, you are going to be seeing higher ultra settings in 1080p with plenty of heads that know what the processor key was like. And it's going to run perfectly fine. Anniversary here, it didn't matter what we did. We were in a town, a city, we were out and about, doing whatever we needed to do. The game ran perfectly fine and it virtually constantly clocked 60 FPS. Now it is a Bethesda game, so it is going to differ for brand new reasons, but it ran perfectly. So to give you an idea, the graphic titles, 1156 is full fast because it's not back on the campaign. The SSG did require us to be saving to high and medium settings. But once again, I feel like an idiot putting an R9285 in this system because the Core i7 in here was absolutely fine. Look, we genuinely were only seeing 30 to 40% utilization when lots was going on. It did take a little while for the system to load things in, as the GPU normally does on these processors. But when it was up to the graphics card was seeing 100% utilization. It was still able to churn out 60 FPS and that was much better. So really, the graphics card got better settings here, and LG 1156 is still handling BeamNG5. On the game tree though, like I said, I tested the GPU, and it is still rather intensive to drive up because you'll see utilization here, even when trying to target 30 FPS, does really suffer. Now, I wouldn't wait entirely on the 1156 platform, because AMD does have a little bit more to do with exclusive buffer drivers and graphics drives by AMD. If multiple support can actually work, you can see a much better frame rate with much better settings. That reality is, because most of them as work are, they don't quite get to 100% of these days. You can launch and you'll see a perfect frame rate with targeting optimization, graphics card and processor running well. These all graphics cards are doing great, and then after about 30 seconds it will crash. I've tried this on an R925, I've tried this on a HD 7870, there's just no way to get this playable, and frankly the DirectX 11 performance is so
Come, come, come,
dull,
come, come,
you
come, come.
might as well not even bother with the game. Minecraft though, well, even the
Yes.
latest release from 2025
I'm
featuring
gonna
improved
patch you up,
graphics
give you
and
some medical
textures
attention.
can see
Everything
virtually
will be
50 FPS
fine.
on average. I don't know why Minecraft decided it wanted to cap itself to 50 FPS here. I didn't set a 50 FPS cap, but it was running fine, and I
There
don't
you
see
go.
any real reason to change it because it was sticking to it quite nicely and was still seeing a decent amount of utilization. The biggest takeaway is that for Minecraft and those simpler titles, these are still ideal systems for someone to use just for playing games like that. Explore Minecraft, things like that, and run well perfectly. And yes, if you really wanted to, you can turn up the settings, you can turn up the shaders and the effects, and
Gatos
all
are
sorts.
fucking
And really, once again, the R928
a
never really
thing
showed me
that
what this card actually got. Utilization didn't drop below 100%,
I wanted to
and
put to
it
patch up
didn't drop
everyone.
that far with shaders. But it means that you can really go higher if you wanted to play
Oh,
Minecraft with shaders on a system like this. It's a bit of a reprieve for
can
a lot of
we
people,
have
but it goes to show Minecraft, example in the benchmarks, I mean, I was quite impressed. Generally, with a capped frame rate, we basically our CPU being limited would be on the better time. The actual graphics card, for example, is limited inside of 157 seconds. And it's probably down to our own CPU RAM. But the main takeaway from this is, as long as you're happy with it,
Death Legend how copy check left है.
there is very little stopping you from actually having an even better graphics card than this to the original Core i7. And it was seriously so odd seeing these brand new titles and then just crying out
We are with.
on the graphics card.
There are a lot in city.
Only able to provide 30 FPS or so. It was fine, it has plenty of pin room. You could probably push up from there. I mean, the R925 in it does support 3 seconds, so you could get away with an even smoother experience without putting on playable frame rates in modern games. You just need something more power from the R925, and you're going to end up with something better. I mean, that doesn't take away from the fact that 285 is a graphics card.
I think they are all busy with their BP tasks, you know, those things.
Teddy, the BP is almost over. It's like new one will come soon.
I know. That's why they are trying to push in to squeeze the last things out of it. That's why they are not active.
Well, just put a like announcement or something in the email that we got promotional ceremony, so we need maximum numbers to this.
Gaza dollar how copy check left है.
He is on calls. Yeah, he's on calls. Oh, bad copy. How comes?
Teddy, are you on calls, right?
Yeah, then 4. I am on calls. Yeah.
Gaza, then just come off calls and cover a lobby. Teddy is enough to cover on calls.
I'm gonna patch you up, give you some equal attention, everything will be fine.
You're still a good shooter, bro. Go kill him.
Everything will be good. There you go. Yeah, I am gonna put an announcement out according to that, yeah. Oh no. I am into the abyss. That's what I am. That's actually where I am. Into the freaking abyss.
Well, as a positive, things in this video, if you already have the parts lying around, or you bought the parts cheap like I did, you can do something with them and you can upgrade them. But on the other hand, unless you are getting them like this, there is very little reason to be looking to build any budget system around this socket like this in 2025. I mean, AM4 is hitting rock bottom prices in the used market. X99 systems on AliExpress are coming in dirt cheap, and something I will look at if people want me to. And if we're talking about the dirt cheap side of the market, well, LGA's 1155, Sandy Bridge and Ivy Bridge, they are now worthless. You can get them for the same price, if not cheaper than this, so more performance for less. And yes, you miss out on things like overclocking and a few things like that, but I think we've reached the point where it's time to say that although 1156 is still hanging in there, you shouldn't go out and buy systems just because you thought it'd be a good budget system to build.
Fredo P how copy check left है.
And if you're serious about building a budget PC, then spend a little bit more and get a whole lot more out of it. But if this is all you have, and upgrading a system like this is your only choice, well, it does go to show. If you get some RAM, get the graphics card, get the best Core i7 or Xeon you can find, and just enjoy the PC you have and the fact it's still hanging in there, even for later titles, just as long as you temper your expectations, then you can still get a lot of life out of 1156. I think that's the main takeaway I want from this video. Is as much as I'm saying don't go out and buy an 1156 system, if you have one and you want to still do something with it, you still can. There are limits to how much you can upgrade it. But with a 30 FPS target and newer titles, you can still enjoy brand new games and go with a rather decent graphics card. We were limited here. But anyway, that's the positive note. Please don't buy 1156 is the more negative note. But just enjoy what you can if you have it.
That Legend how copy check left है. This is the second one for you.
Thank you all very much for watching. and good night. Break the Lenovo seal. Wait, is this a map? I just shorted the crap out of it. This thing doesn't have genitals. 400 FPS? Playing with full speed like 7 times? Now nothing? Ah, there it is. YouTube, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Meet Lenovo. Alright, what have I got today? So this is what I believe to be a Google Meet conference computer of some kind. You can tell it's a computer because of this. But from what I understand about this thing, you're supposed to hook up a really big webcam to it, and then you talk to your mom, if your mom is your boss. See, this is kind of more of like a corporate type thing. You wouldn't find this thing in your home. The reason it's in my home is so that I can cause irreparable harm. So let's get started. So I don't know the first thing about taking this apart. There's this big old rubber thing on the bottom. I guess that's a good place to start. Maybe? There's not like a single screw hole on this thing. There's not even an obvious place to like start prying it. That being said, I do assume we're gonna have to pry something. Here's the hood iFixit kit. Oh, what the? It's sticking. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a magnet. Oh, we have lots of magnets. Yo! What the heck? Why would they? What? Are you telling me that Lenovo knows how magnets work? That's insane. Nobody knows how magnets work. Hold on, the ultimate test. Oh, look at that, they all just stopped moving. Wow, is this whole thing a magnet? Wait, hold on, we can kind of find where the magnet is. Hold on, there's more where that came from. So based on my highly scientific model here, we have 10 magnets. That's impressive, but how many magnets do I have? 19. You did pretty good, Lenovo, but I have 19 magnets. Better luck next time. Anyway, we should probably put these away. So now that we know that crucial information, still gotta figure out how to open up this thing. Okay, what is this? GQE50L Google Meet Series 1 Room Kit. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have an iFixit tutorial for this one. Okay then, we're on our own, guys. Just me and all 125,000 of you, truly all alone. So there's like adhesive under there, but that's like gonna come off once and then we'll never go back again. I know earlier I said that I'm down to cause irreparable harm, but like, I don't know, I don't need to. Unless I do, I don't know. Is there like a hidden screw? No. Wait, maybe? Sometimes you can feel like screw posts through stickers. Ah, what the hell, why not? Nope. This is what I meant by irreparable harm. This is never going to stick as well ever again. See, look at that, it's lifted for all eternity. Alright, well, I'll crunch the rubber. Oh my god. No! No! Irreparable harm has been caused. I shouldn't be this upset about this, but I am. Whoa, that's interesting. Look at the pattern that they applied the adhesive with. What the heck kind of process is that? You got CNC machines with little tiny glue sticks on the end that just go... That's kind of cool. Anyway, me and the boys looking for some irreparable harm to cause. Yeah. Them city gamers ain't even know how to skin a Lenovo. Yeah, look at that. The whole thing is like that. It's like, wait, is this a map? So here's the focal point. You can see there's a path going this way. There's a pretty open corridor right here. And then there's one diagonally going this way. There's a skinny section we could take around the mound here. I'm not sure where to go from here. Okay, well, we'll figure that one out another time. That's filthy. But we found our screws. You know how we're taking this thing apart? LTTstore.com. Hey, guess what Linus did? He gave me some special Fringus buttons to buy a screwdriver with. They're down here in the description. Buying through these affiliate links directly supports my channel. Plus, they get you the best multi-bit screwdrivers ever made. Anyway, time to break the Lenovo seal. Okay, now what? Oh, hold on. We do a bit of prying. We must go where no LTT screwdriver has gone before, in a hole smaller than 8 millimeters across. Time to see what's inside the Google Meet computer. Wow, would you look at that? It's like a laptop in a box. SATA M.2. Couldn't sprung for NVMe? Okay, let's see how it is. How much of the dedicated stuff do we got? A-Pacer. A-Pacer for industrial. Oh my lord. 2 gigabytes. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. We will address that later. CPU, I imagine, is under here, which is our, what was it, 8th gen Intel i7. Okay, Oh my, look at this. It's the world's tiniest BIOS battery. Look at that thing. It's 12 millimeters across. Why are you so small? There's you, also you, still you, the Ethernet controller she tells you not to worry about. Wi-Fi card. Can't you stick like a PCI Express adapter into these things? I don't know. I've seen Dawood do it a few times. That might be kind of fun. Anything under the fan? I don't know. I'll find out. Oh, hey, what's up, little man? Yeah, I'll catch you later. Well, now that we've seen what's inside, let's try turning it on, which is going to be easier said than done because of that. Yeah, that's our power plug. Kind of looks like a gas buoy or something. Yeah, I don't have that. Well, let's see. I think I have something close. I have like that as a plug. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Oh, this thing. Hold on. So it can take 19 volts, which is like your standard laptop charger voltage, or 54 volts, which I believe is PoE. Conceivably, I could use this to power it. Probably.
No worries, I'm gonna patch you up. Everything will be fine. Everything will be good. Give you some painkillers and medicines.
You guys know what that means.
There you go.
You take money for helping people.
I found a
Great.
PoE-enabled network switch. We hooked it up to the port right here that has a little lightning bolt on it. But turns out that
If you have no money on you, then it's free.
think of PoE. This doesn't receive power. It
Mm-hmm.
is exactly the opposite of what we want. So the network switch with PoE does not power it. So this is my only attack vector. Considering the official AC adapter.
Son Goku.
I've decided we're gonna rough it. However, I did get a 60 gigabyte stick of RAM. Extremely better. Stick that into the 5 pounds, but for now I just think it's I also got a disk RAM 128 gigabytes, Human Slime Edition, commercial grade. That's how you know it's good stuff. As gaming as this is, it's not gonna help us right now. Right now I gotta figure out Oh, what the heck? There's another soda. We're back. Thinking about 2.8. I just bought a soda 16. Well, that kind of sucks.
You are standing in middle of the road. What do you expect what I'm gonna do?
Okay, we gotta see what's on this. Here she goes. Oh, there's nothing on it. Oh, message for user.
I'm gonna patch you up, give you some medical attention, everything will be okay. But putting some bandages around your wounds.
Thank you, bro. Come.
There you go. Oh, okay. No worries, sir. You are gonna be okay. I'm gonna put some bandages around your wounds. You are gonna be good, alright? So, there you go. No worries. Oh, fuck! I'm gonna patch you up, no worries, everything will be alright. Give you some painkillers and medicines.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, I've got high hopes for this thing now.
There you go.
Yes, here we come. Okay, so
Thank you,
these
thank
four,
you.
No worries.
those are all going to be ground. And then one of these is 54 volts, and then one of them is
I-
19 volts. Now, my job is to figure out which without doing load voltage. So when I put these two guys together, the screens, by doing that, we can figure out when two things are connected together. Outside of this RJ45, and outside of this one, they're electrically connected. They're both grounded. You can tell because these little copper things right
I'm
here
pulling
are
back
also
out.
connected. So you touch one there, touch one here. But we can use any points here on the ground point to connect to the minus terminal of our 19 volt connection. But finding where to stick the positive terminal is what we're here. Now, I knew what I was doing. But this is Bring the Studio, ladies and gentlemen. We have exhausted my knowledge. Definitely two different voltages coming through here, though, because these are two very separate.
No worries. I'm gonna patch you up. Give you some medical attention. Everything will be alright. There you go.
Thank you.
No worries. No worries.
But usually it's only bad when you put too much voltage in it. So my thinking here is that we can put 19 volts through either one of these, and if it lands on the 19 volt side, sick. If it lands on the 54 volt side, not sick because it won't turn on, but it shouldn't cause.
I'm gonna patch you up. Give you some medical attention.
54 volts is expected is not that bad, so it shouldn't do anything.
Everything will be good.
Don't learn
Everything will
anything
be
from
alright.
by the way. I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's do it. I'm gonna stick the power supply clamp right onto that guy right there. Okay. I'm gonna put ground right here.
Can we get a replacement in SH, please?
Alright, if this fan spins,
He's asking this for such a long time.
oh, this should be it. Let's see. Nope. Okay, power supply off. Let's try a pin on the other side. Power supply on. Oh, it doesn't like that. The power supply dropped to 0 volts. Usually that means I'm shorted or something. You know what I really should have checked? To see if any of the pins in here are ground. Yeah, they totally are. I just shorted the crap out of them. That should be okay. That one should be okay. Very cool. Alright, well, let's try this one. Wait, let's try this one. Let's try this one. Did you see that?
Hold on.
I stopped.
It's there, right?
So the fan just spins and stops. It's trying to start? Okay, well either way, we know which pin. Like, this one right here. All we gotta do is find out which pad that is. It's that one. Ground connection here now, and 19 volt connection here now. Done that. The wire for there we go. As I was saying, wires can be put into these terminal blocks. Now we can plug a real proper 19 volt AC adapter into this thing. Reno, plug-a-reno.
I didn't see it
Not working.
on that body.
What the heck, dude? New plan. When you don't like your solder points, you make your own. How about now? Nothing? Come on, man. Okay, I made a pretty epic discovery. This dark green plane, yeah. Hard to even see on camera here, but that pin is not part of that one. That's why it wasn't turning on. So it's a pin. Right in. Hey, there we go. Wow, we plug HDMI in. Look at that.
İyi borcunu ver lan. Ne zaman vereceğim borcu?
Hardware is ready to set up. So this thing really does just run without the fan. And I think the loud fan.
No worries, I'm gonna patch you up. Give me some medical attention. Everything will be fine. Everything will be good.
Ethernet cable plugged in here. Downloading the latest update. Very cool. This reminds
There you
me
go.
a lot of Chrome OS. I should say. Oh, this literally is just Chrome OS. I am a little concerned that the fan is no longer spinning. Maybe it'll kick on later. Google Meet hardware is ready to set up. Again, enterprise enrollment? That's not good. Uh-oh. Can I be my own enterprise?
Don't push. Hello, what are you doing?
Enrollment error. Your organization
Oh, I'm gonna patch you up. Give me some medical attention. Okay, fine. Fine.
Use as a personal device. Well, that didn't change anything. What the heck? I clicked use this.
1010 Richmond.
I don't know how far we're gonna get with this.
Alright, I am heading towards SH. You have been asking. Oh, hold on. Is a Gaza going to SH? Hold on. Just wait. Just head straight to the SH.
Period. Well, I'm no stranger to Linux. Whoa! Oh, didn't like that. Image size doesn't match the expected size. Okay. And everything else is write protected. Here's the new plan. We're just gonna get into the default Chrome OS that's already on this thing, and then see what we can do from there. Enable debugging features. Sure, why not? Can't hurt. Ooh, enable booting from USB drives. This might be exactly what we're looking for. Okay. Root password. Gaming. Confirmed. Gaming. So now do I just burn a Linux flash drive and we're good? For good luck, we're going to be using the golden flash drive again. Godspeed, little buddy. Alright, control U. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Look at that. Could not boot from USB. Thank you, Cora. Reboot, but this time with Linux installed to a finger, and the Chromebook is fingered by it. Okay. So I can't get into this thing's Chrome OS because of the enterprise enrollment garbage. Can't boot from a flash drive.
Yeah. I will gonna replace you. You have been asking that for such a long time, you know. And if no one is coming, then you know.
Yes.
If you have to go somewhere, then you have to go.
I have once again run some more commands from disabling something.
Yeah, no worries.
Device requisition. Now we're gonna reboot. Open best. So what if we just did one of these, huh? See you later. Oh shoot! I broke the crap out of this. It's fine. It's fine. All right. See you later, Buckaroo. Many thanks. How about now? Right protector's still enabled. Does this thing even go back in? Not really. Okay. irreparable harm once again. At this point, I was getting pretty pissed off. This thing just didn't want to be gamed on, and I didn't bother to keep the camera rolling since this video is already going to be long enough. I'd gone back to the original guide that I was following, you know, the one that needed the Suzy Q cable, which you can't buy anymore, and I thought to myself, what the heck is so special about this cable anyway? And it turns out I'm not the first person to think that, since other people who are in the same boat as me... Okay, and they just made one themselves. Apparently, Google put out an official specification for the Suzy Q cable, making it technically possible to just create your own. All you need to do is solder 2 resistors to certain pins on a Type-C jack, and then solder a USB-A cable into it. And since I'm no shank mods, I just bought a breakout board for a Type-C jack and soldered the resistors and the USB cable directly to that instead of the Type-C jack. As long as the spec that Google put out for this thing is correct, then it should let me directly interface with the security chip on the motherboard and then curb stomp the write protection to the shadow room. So from what I understand about using this cable, I'm supposed to plug this end into the only Type-C port that's on here, and then the regular USB end to one of the regular USB ports, which is extremely cursed, and everything I know about electronics conventionally would tell me that this is not a good idea, but the documentation for this cable is from Google, so it should be fine. Okay, so this command should open up the CR50 security chip for disabling write protection. No.
Alrighty, shaking hands.
Yeah, this was the thing that told me to press the PP button. Okay, it says that if it doesn't show up, sometimes you gotta flip it. Well, the guide says not to plug it in until this part, so I'm gonna unplug it and reboot it. I remember when I thought that just unplugging the cable and rebooting was gonna do anything. I was so innocent back then. No, it turned out that for, I don't know, the next 4 or 5 hours maybe, my cable wouldn't be doing anything remotely like what it was supposed to be doing. Eventually I took off my insanity tinted glasses and realized that I probably just built the cable wrong. And this was partially true. I'd flipped the green and white wires that ran to the USB-A cable, but at the time I didn't know that. I was too busy trying literally everything I could think of, including resoldering the entire board, trying different value resistors, bridging all the 5-volt lines, bridging all the ground points. Hell, I even deconstructed the entire thing onto a...
SH is not empty. I'm here.
...connected to the computer at all. You know what would really help to troubleshoot this? Having something that is known good and working to test my cable on.
Vizier was asking for replacements so much times for 10 minutes long, so yeah.
For trip number 2, I found this piece of crap HP Chromebook with a screen that's just barely still claiming
Damn, 15, even almost 20.
And for the first time in this entire project,
Right.
What did I do wrong?
There you go.
Why you are not selling me first trade?
Oh, you okay? I'm gonna.
Teddy, are you free for a moment? Then can you check your DM?
Why you are not selling me for food poisoning?
Okay.
Know a thing or two about Chrome OS-based devices.
5.
With their help, we figured out nothing. Even to this day, while I'm editing this, nobody knows why
There
it
you go.
works on this random Chromebook, but not on the local meeting.
Oh, sorry.
User Ellie.
Enjoy your money.
Something she
Okay.
refers to as
I mean, I don't do it for the money. I just misheard it.
3 to 8. But what the heck does that mean? What's an SPI chip?
Okay,
The
I
SPI
hope
chip
you are.
is what's write protected that we've been trying to
Anyway,
unwrite protect
have a good
this
day.
entire time.
You too.
It's the thing that's being written to when we write our UEFI firmware, which is what lets us boot Windows and Linux. As it turns out, if you solder a wire between pins 3 and 8 on the SPI chip, it will disable write protection. Exactly what we need here. Left with no other options, I soldered a jumper wire, risking even more irreparable harm to the motherboard. I guess this is also a good time to mention that I figured out what that power port is, and I bought the matching jack from DigiKey and then soldered it to a female barrel jack, so I don't have to rely on this anymore. We're just gonna pretend that all of that never happened. There you go. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, four couples on the way.
Thank you. Disable write protection on it. And I think you can guess that it did. God bless
Fuck.
you. God bless you. With the core boot UEFI firmware now installed on our freshly writable SPI chip, I popped in the 16 gigabyte stick.
There you go.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, you too.
And then I got to work doing what I do best. Now that everything is finally good to go on this thing, I think it's SteamOS time. And the flavor of SteamOS we're going to be using today is this one called Bazite. Actually, hold on. Bazite. Oh my god. That dude puts Microsoft Sam to shame for creepiest text-to-speech. Bazite. This is just another operating system, apparently powered by Fedora, that puts the deck UI from the Steam Deck as kind of the primary GUI, which is exactly what we want. Alright, so we knew this thing was an 8th Gen i7, but now we can see that it's an i7 8550U at a whole 1.8 gigahertz. Very fast. It sees our 16 gig stick of RAM, so that's good. Whoa. Oh my. Oh, look at that. So they've got pre-made images on here for the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally. I'm not sure what this Asus one is. This is probably NVIDIA GPU support. Framework, that's cool. You got one for the Surface? Wow, there's a lot of these. Well, I'm just going to go with the regular one, I guess. Oh, welcome to Fedora 38. So they just cannibalized the regular installer, I guess. Oh my. Kickstart insufficient. What does that mean? Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. I clicked on this and then hit done, and now it's fine. Maybe just
Right? I'm gonna patch you up. There you go.
How does that work? I'm gonna enable that. Okay, let's do it.
There you go.
Ah, there it is. Wait, this thing doesn't come with Steam? What? What the heck? Oh, welcome.
There you go.
Setting up Bazite Arch. Sets up a custom Arch Linux OCI. What the heck? Okay, clearly I don't understand what's happening. So you take the wheel, Bazite. Let's give it the old sign in. How about that?
How can I help you?
I've already downloaded some games
You're
at that time.
in
Plug that right into the Type-C port.
full.
There we go.
Oh, 3 medkits. Oh, okay.
There it is.
3 medkits.
Welcome, Google Meet Series 1.
3 medkits on the way to you. There you go. It's a patch. It's your patch, sir.
Do she play like a Steam Deck? Let's find out. Nice. Instant 2.4 gigabyte update. Very cool. Now we can play. Nope.
Yeah,
Motion shaders, just like a real Steam Deck. This, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is the SteamOS experience. So this is
There you go.
not great. Recommended setting for your system configuration, and it gave us high. For the sake of getting double-digit FPS, we're going to 720p. Oh, okay. So that's how it's going to be, huh?
KBS, then just go ahead. I don't.
Let's get an FPS counter. That's what a game that's running really good looks like. Okay. Almost 30 FPS. This is better than the PlayStation 4. Can we get 60 FPS? Alright, I'm gonna make a deal with the devil. We're going to 350p. Oh my goodness. No way, dude, no way.
What? I can patch you up. There you go.
This is supported resolution. I can hardly even distinguish the numbers on the FPS counter. Wow, this is like PlayStation 1 edition. Counter-Strike 2 for the PlayStation 1. You know what's even more incredible? We're still not really getting 60 FPS. Well, sometimes, I guess. It gets there eventually. I would now like to try kicking all the bots. Wow, that is very readable. I've learned from you guys from the PS4 video where I played Counter-Strike on the PS4 that kicking the bots ups the frame rate like crazy. And while I still can't really read that number all that great, I can tell that it's above 60 more often than not. So yeah, it actually helps quite a bit. Look at that, 80 almost? We're banging off 80 right now? Does getting over 60 FPS really matter if there's nobody to play against? That being said, let's try an online game. You couldn't go online with the PS4 because the game was running too slow and there was no way that was going to happen. However, this is technically running fine. Okay, so I'm not playing right now, this is just me spectating. But 30-ish, 40 FPS, not too bad. The side of the screen is very colorful. Alright.
How can I help you, sir?
My time to shine. Oh no. Oh boy, here we go. Let's do this, team.
Alright, 2 medkits on the way.
Oh, they didn't even know I hit him. Well,
There you go.
What happens when my 350p ass joins the game? How about something new?
What?
Team Fortress 2.
I'm gonna patch you up.
Believe it or not, this
There
is
you go.
not the worst way I've ever played TF2. Look at that, I can even downright get killed. And get
There you
killed.
go.
You know what, 40 FPS, that is downright respectable.
Super
Not
cool.
even bad. Unfortunately.
2 poisoning pills. Alright. Two poisoning pills on the way. There you go.
Everything else that I wanted to try completely just doesn't run. So, let's continue in Windows. This is not great. Potato.
There you go.
Yeah, that's accurate. This flickering is really good. I bet we're gonna have a great time. There's genuinely half a second between moving the mouse and something happening. Ooh, 13 FPS, baby. Black Mesa has to just be like the heaviest person. It has not run well even once. Although considering that I usually run this on.
You are in full health.
That's mediocre at best. I like how GTA 5 tries to make you feel better about your terrible computer by not giving you a low option for graphics. You just get normal. It's okay. It's normal to be low performance. I swear. Remember, it's not about the size of your graphics card. It's about how you use it. Oh boy, am I using it. Yeah, this is rough. Let's try the tried and true method of putting it down to as low as physically possible. 800 by 600. Hey, look at that. That's pretty good. Hold on, I think we can make it even better. Turn on VSync. Look at that. Okay, didn't really help much. 30 FPS. This is downright playable. If I was like 13 again, and this is all that I had, I would still play the absolute shit out of this. If the options are A, don't play game, or B, play game, rather the quality does not matter. I'm playing the game. The more disappointing of you.
Hey! Hey! Free!
Give him a 8 match today.
Hey!
Honestly though, I kind of still prefer the 800 by 600. Absolutely sick.
Give him 8
Free!
match.
Not bad, not bad. Oh, yikes.
Give him 8 match today, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna skip 1080p and go right
Moon.
to the minimum resolution
Foot.
of 720p. Actually, we can.
Yeah, Teddy, if you want to go, you can go on calls, bro. Like, you know, at that moment, I was just coming, but I just had a go day.
Okay. I have also speak to the SHP about a match run, but like you can see, we have a problem with our numbers. So
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
we are gonna delay it,
Damn, not bad. Far Cry 5.
and I hope really we will gonna get.
Please check your left.
Okay, I'm gonna respond it on it too.
This actually all low? That doesn't feel like
10
What the
for.
fuck?
Okay, how about now? Okay, that didn't help at all. Wow, that's atrocious. I expected a little better than 8 FPS. Oh my goodness, dude. Alright, well,
Okay.
there goes the resolution.
Just imagine I just come on duty and he's like, you got 20 all active units.
Okay. Mhm.
That is real.
Alright. Scooby, you've also seen my announcement in the thing about activity.
Yeah, I saw that.
So if there is a name being called, or they are gonna prioritize the battle pass things, you know the, yeah, you know the, because I have a feeling that people are just doing the minimum weekly requirements, and that's it, and then.
I guess, like, you know, what's the thing is like the battle pass is coming to an end. So I don't know what's wrong with the people. I don't know, they don't want to work in the EMS or what. Just because they don't get a replacement.
Yeah, it's true. So,
This thing has taken me over a week to get figured out.
thank you for covering it up. If you, okay, I'm gonna patch you up, okay? There you go. Yep.
Spending hours troubleshooting on Discord. All for what? Performance that an Xbox 360 will laugh at? No, dude.
What?
Don't buy this. Well, okay, don't buy it if you want to do any gaming. Because otherwise, the CPU in here is actually not too bad. And look at this, you get all these Ethernet ports. I don't think you can do anything with the HDMI in, unfortunately. But you got 2 HDMI outs. You got Wi-Fi, 2 RAM slots, and a full-size NVMe. It actually ran really good the whole time, too. So, I mean, I guess for gaming, this thing is bad in the same way that this hammer is a bad screwdriver. All in all, I do like this thing. I just never want to mess with it again. If you're insane and you do that, there'll be a link in the description. I'm also going to leave a link to the Discord community. Book.
Oh.
There were a ton of people giving me help in there. I super appreciate it. Shout out to Mr. Chromebox himself. He's the one that makes almost all of this work in the first place. Also, Weird Tree Thing. Those two have done a whole lot of troubleshooting to help get this whole thing working, and it would not have happened without them. Until the next video, I'll leave you with the farewell song of my people. Thanks for watching. If you like what I do and want to see me do more over our Patreon, description's where you look toward. Hop on over in here. Don't worry, let me get the door. Sorry, no OnlyFans. Sadly, I'm not up. If you're suddenly broke without a dollar to spare, just join the Discord. You'll find me and my hair. It's a chill place. Everyone's got something to share. Description again, so hurry, get your ass in there. Need DeLonghi Elegant Explore. Perfetto. DeLonghi. Perfetto. From bean to cup. In de lift. Benieuwd naar hoe je auto echt klaar is? Zelfs naar verkopenauto's.nl. Vul de gegevens van je wagen in en ontvang snel de verkoopprijs. Heel eenvoudig. Daarna verkoop je een van onze...
I will have a code. I will have a code. Yeah.
Disgusting, and it weighs 46 pounds. Hey, Mr. Friggin' Winter. I was chasing after my pet rat on Thursday evening. He scurried his way over to my local recycling center. He showed me this week. It's NVIDIA of some kind. I don't think this is made by NVIDIA. If anything, it's made by Cooler Master. And it's just, I mean, how do you not? Look at this thing. This thing is all meat. Graphics card. We moved away from that as a society, but it was a different one. Switch. And look at this. I mean, it's just an AC plug. Very normal expansion card. What's inside? The giant NVIDIA. This is a goddamn disaster. Back in my day, the lighting on our computers drew 10,000 watts and only displayed in one color, and we liked it. I do not believe that this is a pre-built computer, and if it was, good God, I hope they're not still in business.
5 to 1, 519.
Is that this is the case? The Cooler Master Stacker 830 NVIDIA Edition. Yep, that's our idiot right there. It is not currently functional. As you can see, the 24 pin is not plugged in. And there's a whole host of other cables that are just not plugged in. Exposed pin fan header, just kind of chilling in the rat's nest. So I figured this thing is in need of a complete rework.